Well, more about the Rally Isle of Man situation, and we have covered pretty well every side, but really glad to hear from Scott Bradshaw because, Scott, you are team manager, you also take part in this event. So a bit of positivity, I think you said on the phone to me that you want to do as well, but I mean, first of all, it's not been the best day, has it, for anyone concerned in this operation, you'd say?
This week has been really tough for everybody. I'm sure it's tough for the people at the top, but it's equally as tough for the people at the bottom and the people that are surrounded by it all. To cancel an international event 10 days before is, I don't know who's made the decision. I'm sure we'll find out why. DOI say one thing, the organisers say another. There's obviously a lot of conflict going on, but there's a lot of blame game going on. Yeah. But it's cancelled. So, okay, you're a competitor. You see how it's been on the inside. How big an event is this, first of all? Let's get this in perspective. The hoteliers are telling me it is quite big for them. Yeah, this is huge. This is the third biggest event. So there was a survey done, I think it was last year, and it was proved that the Manx Rally brings in £1.5 to £2 million a year. A guy sponsored me in 2014, and on the front of my screen was iomguesthouses.com. And since then, he's been constantly full with rally people, etc. And then I got a message off him the other night to say that all of his bookings for this year had been cancelled. Now, the way that this was put out as a competitor is what really hurts, because we all read it on Facebook. And it was 3 days after that we actually got an email to say that the event is off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, certainly Sunday night having an email being an announcement like that coming out,
why would you
everyone
do
on
that?
the back foot, didn't it?
Why would you do that on a Sunday? It's unrepairable on a Sunday. At least if you do it on a Monday, there's a chance that you might get a phone call. It can be turned around. Doing it on a Sunday, whoever's made that decision as well it's crazy decision. I just feel for what all these arguments and all the videos that I've watched, people have been bickering at each other and blaming each other, but everybody's totally forgetting who, individuals that are missing out here, right down the line, down to, obviously we were planning to do the rally. Max is 17 today, so he can do the rally because the rally's in a week and we've got his licence coming tomorrow. He's waited 4 years to do this event. He was due to go out recceing tomorrow. So obviously, he was nearly in tears when he saw the announcement that it was cancelled, because he's been preparing for this. So it affects us. I've just started a rally business where we've got a car that we're going to hire out. It affects that. I've just bought a big van to put this team together. We were looking after 3 cars altogether.
And you're just one guy.
I'm just one guy.
And
I live here. Yes. So imagine this for the people the poor people from Japan. The Minis, they left 3 months ago. They're sat in England now, I believe. People like Gary Leese, who's a long-standing Manx rally driver who lives in France now. It's cost him thousands. Peter Thompson, who's unfortunately his wife Shirley died last year. Peter was doing his first rally for 35 years and he also entered the Poker Stars, but because Rally Isle of Man's collapsed, he's also not going to do the Poker Stars now. So it's going to affect all forms of motorsport. What sort of hurts is, because I come from 4 wheels and I'm a massive 2-wheel fan, I love the TT, I love all the people involved, and rally people and bike people all get on. It's hard to watch how much help the 2-wheel boys get, compared to the 4-wheel boys. We get nothing. People think this rally is funded by the government. It's not. In the old days, and not even that old, there was a guy called Richard Bargery who was paid a fee a year. He had his little office and he built the rally. And they had a clerk of the course that didn't actually build the rally, he just ran the rally. And that's when we were one of the biggest and most respected rallies, about. Well,
I remember back with a big headline sponsor like Rothmans, would that be
Trudeau Webasto?
Yeah. Trudeau Webasto, yes. Yeah. That was epic. But it still had world-class status or points for things. I mean, that's going to be a problem now, maybe getting it back, do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's a problem or not. The British Championship is a massive problem, because this, again, how it's affected us as an example. I had a deal for Max next year to go into the BRC doing the cadets, which is the smallest class. It took a long time to put the deal together. That deal is now probably going to be shelved, because obviously the chances of the Manx being around in the British Rally Championship next year are nil, I would think. And because this week they've announced that Cork has been included in it. Right. I don't know. Let's keep fingers crossed.
Is there a positive side to this? I mean, aren't you having a small little event now to take part in? But
yeah.
is there any positive that comes out of this at all?
Yeah, of course there is, because I think the DOI can learn a lot of lessons from this. I'm sure there's obviously been a breakdown of communications.
A small little event's going to be put on, right?
Yeah, the guys, the two clubs, I think the two clubs are getting together, and there's going to be, they're meeting with the DOI at 2:00, which is great, that's positive, we're already moving forward. And there should be an announcement later on maybe a small event at Derby on the Saturday of the rally, which is a week tomorrow. And then on the Sunday, there's going to be a grass auto test at Ballinevin and a little time trial thing in the lane. I don't know all the details yet. So that's where we're going to move forward, because there's lots of people still coming for this event.
And for a lot of people who don't understand the rally, I mean, this other one, the PokerStars one, is taking place. What's so different about that one?
Well, it's two different clubs and different people and different clocks of the course.
Different organisers, obviously.
Totally different organisers.
But that's going ahead. I mean, that's... It's past the thresholds and the obstacles or anything else has been, people say they're put in the way. That one is okay.
Yeah. And they're very good at what they do. There's got to be positives to come from this, because I don't think we can get much lower than where we're at now. I'm embarrassed to talk about it with some of my English friends because they swear they're never coming back. But it goes right down from, we're not going to buy tyres off Pirelli. We're not going to buy the second-hand tyres off poor old Walter from Foxdale, which means he's not going to have his £100 beer money to go out drinking, which means,
I see.
So it just keeps going.
Well, let's see where we go, and we're obviously still waiting to hear where it's going, and you know, if everything comes back on track for next year.
I think we need a little bit of a reshuffle. I think the event needs to go to 2 days, and I think it probably needs a new face, if I'm honest.